What should schools be doing? What information should they be gathering? What should they have set up and ready to show you when they eventually do bring you in to help put that coverage together? What is your ideal client already doing before that first call with you to set themselves up for success to make sure they get the insurance they need?
Ryan, are you talking about someone who's just hanging the shingle of the school for the first time or has been operating for a bit?
Probably one that's been operating for a bit, but
Sure.
I'd say either case is important. But yeah, what are they doing on the front end to prepare for this?
Yeah, it's a good question. The data that they typically need is going to be things like payroll, student count, um, revenues, understanding what your P&L, your profit and loss statements look like, and the financials. That's going to be a key one. That's a key metric, and they just use it. Look, insurance needs something to rate their coverage on. And it'll often be in terms of student count because the more students you handle, the greater risk you have. In terms of payroll, the larger your payroll, the more faculty and staff you have, the more risk you have. Property values, how big are your buildings and how much stuff do you have in them? That's a rating basis, right? So tracking the rating basis is going to be a question that's going to come out of the gate. How big you are, how many students you are, what's your payroll? The other question is going to be a chance to review those policies. So, especially if you're evaluating maybe an exit from a JPA or you're already with a broker, getting eyes on what your current coverage is, it's a fun exercise for me because it tells a story about the institution that if it matches what they are, then their insurance is probably in a good spot. But if I come back with questions that say, you told me you had an aviation program, but I see no coverage for aviation here. That's signs that maybe the portfolio is not as complete as it should be, and it's going to lead to some further conversation. So access to the current portfolio and an understanding of some of that exposure basis we talked about, I think would be two important steps for a school to have.